Hi, this is Mr. West, and today we're doing a Khan Academy tutorial on factor with distributive property with variables. Let's go ahead and get started. So it says apply the distributive property to factor out the greatest common factor. How does this work? Well, greatest common factor, we got to review what that means. So greatest means largest, and common factor is just factor that is shared between the two terms. We have two terms here. This is an algebraic expression. I know this because it has a variable and it does not have an equal sign. So we have two terms there, and let's consider the two terms separately. So I'm not really worried about the variable. I just care about the coefficient, which is the number being multiplied by the variable. I'm going to list that coefficient right there, and then I'm also going to list this constant 35. Okay, those are the two numbers I'm concerned with if I'm trying to find the greatest common factor. Now, what is the greatest common factor? I should probably list out the factors to find out. Now, 1 is always going to be a factor, so I like to do my distribution of factors like this. So I have 1 and 21. 1 times 21 equals 21. I know 3 times 7 is 21, and I think that's it. There's no other numbers I can multiply together to get 21. Let's move on. Actually, I'm going to change this to be like red just so we can see it better. So this is 1 times 35. Let's divide it. Then we have 2, no, 3, no. How about 5? 5 times 7. And I think that's it. There's no other numbers we can multiply by to get 35. Okay, so that being said, I can look here at the common factors. The common factors we have are 1 and 1, always. That's really not helpful at all. And then we have 7, and that's it. Okay, so the greatest of these is 7. I hope that's plain to see right here. So that means our GCF is 7. What does that mean in terms of the distributive property? Well, that means that we can factor out the 7. How does that work? Well, to factor out the 7, what's going to happen is if we're using distributive property, usually distributive property means we have some number, parentheses, a variable, and then another number, and we go like this. We distribute. I call it the rainbow method. You go boom, boom. Multiply both terms inside the parentheses, and then you're getting an expression, something like that. Okay. Well, we have the expression something like that. It's this 21e. Let me write it actually below 21e plus 35. So we want to know, how do we go backwards to put it back into parentheses? Our GCF is a start. So we know this GCF right here, is a start of, okay, we know that we're going to put a 7 outside the parentheses. So what does that look like inside the parentheses? This is kind of the tricky part. Now we need to think to ourselves, what do I multiply by this 7 to get 21e? That goes there. Then what do I multiply by this 7 to get the 35? That's going to go there. I'm going to keep this plus sign exactly the same. I'm going to leave it a plus sign. Okay, so now I think to myself, okay, 7 times blank equals 21e. Okay, again, that goes in that first spot. Then I'm going to think 7 times blank equals 35. That goes in that second spot. Okay, because again, this was my first term. That's going to go in the first term slot. This is the second term. This is going to go in the second term slot. I'm being repetitive here, but I hope it's driving the point home. Now, 7 times blank equals 35. I could just do 35 divided by 7, or I could think that it's just 5. That is going to give me 5 right there. This is a little bit tougher. 7 times blank equals 21e. Well, I know 7 times 3 equals 21, but I have that e there, so I need to make sure there's an e there also. So this is going to be 3e. Now I am done. This is a mess on my screen, so I'm going to clear it in just a second. Okay, so what's the best way to clear this thing? I'm just going to go across the screen. If you want, just go ahead and pause, rewind, whatever you need. But the main thing I want to show you is that the parentheses, what we're done with, okay? So I'm going to rewrite it just so it's nice and neat. Okay, so 7 times 3e plus 5. Why does this work? Well, I can check my answer by distributing again. Rainbow method, 21e plus 35. I get where I started from, but factoring is going in reverse. Just like multiplication, division is the reverse of multiplication, factoring is the reverse of distribution. Okay, so I have my answer, 7 times parentheses 3e plus 5. 7 parentheses 3e plus 5, end parentheses. Check it out. We got it. Okay, let's apply the same steps we did over here. So we had 16, we had 20. I'm ignoring the variables. I'm just considering the coefficients. Now, these are both coefficients in this case. Let me make this one blue. So blue, 20. Let's start with 20. So I'm going to have 1 and 20. This one has a few more. 2 and 10. 3, no. 4, yes. 4 and 5, and we're going to be done, okay, because we got to the center. Now let's move on to 16. 1 and 16. 2 and 8. 3, no. 4 and 4. Okay, I'm done. I got to the middle. Okay. Now, what's my greatest common factor? Well, common factor is 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4. That's it. 4 is my greatest common factor. So I know my greatest common factor is 4. That means I'm going to put a 4 outside the parentheses, and now I need to figure out what goes inside those two slots. One thing I know immediately is I know it's going to be a plus sign. There's a plus sign here. There needs to be a plus sign right there. Now, 4 times blank equals 16g. 4 times blank equals 16g. I could just do 16g divided by 4. I wanted to show you that also. So the inverse of multiplication is division. I can do 16g divided by 4. Well, I know 16 divided by 4 gives me 4, and I'm just going to leave the g on there, so 4g is going to go right there. Over here, 4 times, that's my let me change this color actually. So 4 times that, gosh, 4, there we go. Erase this one. Okay, so 4 times, that's my number outside, that 4, times, as I distribute, times blank equals 20h. Well, I know 4 times 5, well, I could do 20h divided by 4, by the way. Well, I know 4 times 5 gives me 20, but then I need that h there. So this is 5h. And I have my final answer. I can check my answer by distributing. I have 4 times 4g, that gives me 16g. I have 4 times 5h, that gives me 20h. Okay, so there's my final answer, 4 parentheses 4g plus 5, and then I need to, whoops, not that. I need to hold this down, move it up, and then there I go. Okay. Oh, this one's got 3. This is a good one. So we're going to have to do this process 3 times this time. I'm going to keep it all the same color. And then I have 12x. And I'll leave it 12. You could call it negative 12x, which is really what it is, but you don't have to. And I'm going to show why in a second. So GCF. Well, let's talk about the factors first. Those are all my factors of 9, 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4. And then 1, 6, 2, 3. What is my GCF of all 3? So I have, let's stick with yellow. 1, 1, 1, not 2, 3, 3, 3, not 6, not 9. Okay, good. So 3 is my GCF, so that means I'm going to factor out a 3. Now, in the parentheses, this time I have my first slot, I got my second slot, and I got my third slot, okay? So my first slot, well, time out. Then I also need to consider this. I got a minus there. I got a plus here. You're just going to keep it the same. That was ugly. Okay, so plus, and then this one is a minus. Okay, so as long as you keep it the same as it is above, as you distribute, it's going to turn out to be the same. All right, so 3 times what in this first slot will give me 9? Well, 3 times 3 gives me 9. Done. Now I think 3 times what gives me 12x. Well, I know 3 times 4 gives me 12. I just need the x added in. Boom, done. Then I do 3 times what gives me 6y. Well, I know 3 times 2 gives me 6. Just need the y in there, and I'm done. So I have 3 parentheses. Whoops, I didn't type a 3. I said it, didn't type it. 3 parentheses. 3, copy the minus. 4x, copy the plus. Then I have 2y. Oops. Man, this is harder than it looks. Y. And parentheses, check my answer. Good. So if you guys can do those first 3 problems, you are set. You can do all these problems. So I'm looking at this one. I'm going to show you how to do it kind of mentally, which I don't encourage unless you're really prepared. I know both these have 27, 18. I'm recognizing they're both factors of 9. So I'm going to put that 9 outside the parentheses. And I think 9 times what gives me 27? 3. I'm going to copy down the minus, and I say 9 times what gives me 18? 2. But this one has an R next to it, and I'm done. It's as simple as that. So I hope you guys get the process. This is just the reverse, the inverse of distributive property. It's really not that bad. If you have any questions on this, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you next time right here on Wes Explains Best.